What are you doing? Welcome back, guys, to another video. Bit of a different one this time. Not as rushed, a little bit more of slow living life. So I'll show you guys a bit of me drying out our rosemary from the garden, doing a simmer pot this morning, and shortly I'm going to be seeding our seeds behind me here. If you can hear a little bell ringing, it's just Maggie, my dog, my puppy, behind here investigating everything and sniffing around. And I've currently got some citronella burning in front of me because there's quite a few mosquitoes out at the moment. Pretty much like any country, we get a week or two of pretty bad mozzies, and then, well, we call them mozzies, they're actually mosquitoes. And yes, I'm burning those. I may look a little overdressed in my attire for gardening, but I just bought this new dress. I never go anywhere. As you guys know, if you're long time followers, we live on a farm in the wheat belt, and I never get to go anywhere. We maybe go to the pub once every 3 months, so maybe, if that. So I thought I was going to wear my new dress for this video because why not? It's not like I'm going to get overly messy with gardening. I've had a few questions on Instagram lately, and I thought I would go through that now. The farmer's just driving past, so I thought I'll just stop for a sec. I've had a few questions on Instagram lately, and I just thought I'd jump in now and just answer a few of those for you guys. A few of you have asked me if I miss living in Canada, and well, the short answer is yes and no. It's very strange. I thought when we moved back I would be heartbroken. The first few weeks, if you are new here to my channel, as of this video, we've just moved back. So we're Australian. We've moved to Canada for 2.5 years and just returned. And we did plan on staying in Canada forever, but we changed our mind and came back. I honestly thought moving back to Australia I would feel heartbroken, but we've only been back 13 weeks, so the first probably 6-7 weeks were chaos because we only returned back with like 14 suitcases and boxes, we had to start our life again with new furniture and everything like that. So moving into my dad's farm was easy because we had a house, luckily, which we're very grateful for. Maggie, what are you doing? She's tied herself up under the trampoline, going around and around in circles with the rope. I'm going to have to go and let her go in a second. But she's alright. She's not hanging herself or anything. No, I spent the first probably 7 weeks pretty hectic and getting all of our stuff going, you know, the hour-and-a-half drive to town to go get stuff for the new house and all of that. So I didn't really have time to think about moving back home to Australia. But recently I've been seeing a lot of people in Canada putting up fall photos, autumn photos, and we're only going into spring now and it's really hot. Yesterday was 38 degrees, today's 33 I think, and it's only spring. That's Celsius, by the way. It's almost like in Australia we just get 2 seasons in a year. We get spring and summer, and I'm sort of missing those 4 different seasons in Canada. Although your fall in Canada seems pretty short, sort of is a mix between winter and fall, but I'm missing that at the moment. The change of colours in the leaves, the cinnamon lattes, the pumpkin spice, the Halloween decorations. But I've just been sort of healing myself with those thoughts of having a lot of candles around the house, as you can see here. This morning I got up and made a simmer pot. If you don't know what a simmer pot is, it's basically placing a bunch of really nice fragrant things into a pot and putting your good intentions into it. So this morning I put oranges, lemons, cinnamon, bay leaves, salt, and rosemary, I think. And there was a few other things I put in there, and it just makes the house smell beautiful. And to me, those scents remind me of fall. So that's how I've been getting through the missing Canada stage at the moment. In saying that though, I do feel content. I feel like there's a reason why I'm back in Australia, although I didn't think I would ever come back when I first moved to Canada. I don't know, I just feel content. I just feel happy in this house. I can't see me buying a farm anytime soon. It's not something I'm wanting to do. I know it sounds very odd saying that, but we could go and buy a farm, but I don't know, I just really am loving living in this cottage, being close to Dad again, seeing my family, friends. So, and I've made a lot of new friends too living here. So back here again with Tilly being at school. So that's really nice. Maggie, what are you doing? She tied herself up. I keep a 3-meter lead starter cord actually from Bunnings, the hardware, on Maggie when she's out and about and I'm not right with her. Just that way if there is a snake, which we have very highly venomous snakes in Australia, I can quickly stand on the cord and grab her. She is only 4 months old, and anyway, so she's gone and done herself and wrapped it around the trampoline, but it's sort of working in my favour at the moment and I'm letting her be there. I can see her, she's not going to hang herself or anything silly. Battery's about to die. I need to now go change that and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so some of you have asked me about Oreo, our little kitten that we got as a surprise from a rescue place for my daughter's 8th birthday. She's fitting in really well into the family, and most of you already know that I'm not really a cat person. I'd never be horrible to a kitten or a cat, but I wouldn't choose to buy one. I'd much rather a dog. I'm also allergic to cats, but I must say this kitten has won me over. I find myself in her area because she doesn't get access to our bedrooms, but she can be in the lounge room, the living area, the kitchen, and the laundry and ensuite and all that, but just not our bedrooms because I am allergic and I don't want her laying on the beds because then my allergies go. And they're already really bad at the moment because of the hay fever during spring. I'm somewhat dying at the moment, but yeah, she's really won me over. I find myself in with her quite a lot throughout the day, giving her cuddles and giving her extra treats and all that, and she's very cute. We have probably done more than half of the chicken coop. I know that video and my playlist is a playlist of our chicken coop build. Has been going for a while now, but when you think about it, we've been only home for like 13 weeks roughly, So that's only 13 weekends. And Connor has worked probably 5 or 6 agricultural shows on a Saturday, and he works Monday to Friday. So 6 of those weeks, or 5 of those weeks, he's done Monday to Saturday. And then the weekend day we've got off, we go to the city, which is an hour and a half away, to go get more furniture for the house. Because remember, we didn't have anything. We didn't have beds, mattresses, wardrobes, anything. And this is an old cottage, so we don't have wardrobes built in or anything. It's just standard rooms, and then you need to add furniture. So we've been lucky that my dad had a bunch of furniture in here when we first moved in, but we're trying to make it a little bit more our own. Plus he's taken some of the furniture out to put into his new house. So we've been spending our weekends very, very, very busy, and what time we do have, we put it towards doing the chicken coop, which is why it is taking quite a while. Oh, you got yourself out now. You untangled yourself. Yeah, this morning I've just been relaxing. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning now. I had a coffee. Connor cooked bacon and eggs. A friend of ours gave us some turkey and duck eggs. He tried those and really liked them. I haven't had any yet. Been listening to my Sunday morning playlist, which is on Spotify. I'll link it below. Just the music I love listening to when I'm usually making the kids pancakes or just getting up and having a coffee and sit out here on the deck. It usually consists of Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, the Eagles. Yeah, you go check it out. I think you guys might like it. Might be showing my age with the music list, but it is what it is. We also got Maggie's dog kennel finally. We ordered it 3 weeks ago and it finally came in the mail. When I say the mail, I mean it got delivered from the city up to a shop in our local area, and then we picked it up. So I will show you a little bit of that dog kennel over the top of this. It has 2 bays in it, so one side for another dog, one side for Maggie. We did this just because it was only a little bit extra in money, and we probably will end up with another dog eventually, or if my sister's dog comes up, you know, there's just another spot for another dog. It is supposed to be classed as snake proof because it's off the ground, but snakes climb up, slither up I should say, so we are putting extra, what's it called, cage netting, we're putting extra wire over the top of the already wire pieces, the squares, because a snake could get through there. And it sounds extreme, but this time of year when it's getting hot, snakes come right up to the house and try and get water in the chicken bowls or the dog bowls or whatever. So it's just good to be extra careful. I will also say that Maggie will not be permanently in this kennel. This is just for when I go drop Tilly off to school or I have to go do grocery shopping. Instead of her staying in her smaller crate that she sleeps in the house at night, we bought her this so she's got a bit more room to stretch her legs, she's got some fresh air, and I know she's not going to be chewing up the furniture because she is a Kelpie. She's an Australian Kelpie, so she is a very hyperactive dog. She's only 4 months old and she will stay hyperactive for many years. We've had 3 dogs like this, so I don't expect her to stop chewing the furniture for probably a good year minimum. And yeah, that's why we got the kennel, trying to do the best thing by her. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. That was just me answering a bunch of questions I've had over my time. I also had, would we ever move back to Canada, but it's too hard to say. I could say no and then in 5 years we're back there. I honestly don't know. Right now I feel like this is the best place for us. I don't know why. There's just, you know, that woman intuition in you, and you just have this gut feeling that this is where you're meant to be. I know Connor's happier here with work. Anyway, I'm going to come on over here and show you guys the seeds that we'll be planting today. The kids are going to give me a hand, and I might end on a bit of a chicken run update. We've got the wood on. I'll explain all that later. But yeah, for now I'll go into the gardening stage of this video. Alright, so I've set up this little nook over here, just so I've got a bit of shelter from the wind and the rain and everything under the veranda out here. Some friends gave us this trestle table, and I recently purchased these greenhouses. Like I said, we've just moved back from Canada, so I did have all this stuff in Australia before, and then when we're living in Canada, and I've had to rebuy it all again, so Oh, the wind's coming through. So I did show in my previous video all the different seeds we've got here. We're not necessarily oh, a lizard just jumped out. Scared me, that's alright. As long as it's not a snake, I'm happy. Yeah, I've got a bunch of seeds here which we'll be looking at planting some of these today in these little greenhouses. There's a bunch here. I got my gloves, the kids' gloves, some extra pots for flowers. I saw this online. It was like $1 and I bought it with another order of the stuff that I bought. But yeah, just screw it on to the water bottle and yeah, it just pours out. I don't know. Probably end up just using the watering can, but I thought it was a cute idea. Got some new scissors, or trimmers, and I used this to hang up our herbs in the house. I also purchased these really cute tin signs. They're tin, and I'm going to pop it on the chicken coop once it's ready. Hang it up on the outside. Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick update on our chicken coop to wrap up this video. I'm pretty certain we've done quite a bit since the last one, but here we go, we'll dive into it. Alright, so we've put all the wood around the outside here, which is what we'll use to hold the chicken wire up. We were going to go second hand, and I did drive to somebody's property, but it was a huge hassle to get there. It's a long story, but to pick it all up, they had steep property. I would have to unhitch the trailer. I was on my own, and I was just like, nope, it's not happening. So I left there, and then we went to a hardware. It was going to cost a ridiculous amount. So then we went to the tip with the dump, and they didn't have long enough sheets. We needed at least 2.4, 2.5 meters between. So we found another hardware that was a little bit cheaper, and it's local, so it's a bit more expensive than we were wanting to spend, but at least we're supporting local. We've popped all that up, and Connor has started the roof here. He started putting the tin on the other day. It was 40 degrees out Celsius, and he gave up. So I think he said he's going to take this off and redo it again because he's not happy with it. We've got some board there. We've got a bit of insulation as well for this area, and this section here is going to be all in tin, and then this back bit here, and then we'll pop the nesting boxes in here. Oh, a leaf just landed on me. Oh, and a spider. Great, living in Australia. I thought I'd jump over here and end the video over here because it is so windy and glary. I forgot my sunglasses out here. I also wanted to mention I've sourced some chickens out, some rescue chickens, some Isa Browns from the local area. Somebody gave me a number to them. They've been saved from a caged chicken farm, and apparently they don't have a lot of feathers left on them, which is pretty sad. So I'm going to get some of those once they're available and once the coop's finished. We're also wanting a variety of different chicken egg colours, so green, blue, so I'll pop up on the screen the sort of chicken breeds that we're going to be looking at getting, but sometimes it's a little hard to source those different breeds out here in the wheat belt. because we live quite remote. So we'll go with the Isa Browns to start with and slowly add to our little chicken flock. Like usual guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. That's always a mouthful for me to say. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!